Gold, money of gods in Islamic finance. Paper money is everywhere, digital currencies are rising, but one question keeps coming back. What is real money in the eyes of God? In Islamic tradition, gold and silver have always carried a divine weight. They are not just metals, they are a measure of fairness, stability, and eternal value. Today we ask, why is gold called the money of God? How does it shape zakat, wealth, and even the future of Islamic finance? Let's unbox this golden truth. Gold in Islam, a divine standard. In the Quran, Allah frequently mentions gold and silver as symbols of wealth and temptation, but also as standards of real value. In the Sunnah, the Prophet Muhammad prohibited unfair exchange of gold for gold or silver for silver unless it was equal and immediate. This rule laid the foundation for fair trading principles. For over 1,000 years, Islamic empires minted gold dinars and silver dirhams as real money. Unlike today's fiat currencies, they had intrinsic value. Scholars often call gold the money of God because it is naturally created, scarce, and cannot be printed endlessly like paper. And here is something fascinating. Some researchers even suggest that gold doesn't truly belong to Earth. According to scientific studies, much of the gold we use today may have arrived through meteorites from outer space billions of years ago. In other words, this precious metal could literally be a gift from beyond our world. For Muslims, this adds another fascinating layer to the idea of gold as money of God, not man-made, but something celestial, beyond human control. Gold and zakat, a sacred calculation. Zakat, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, is directly tied to gold. The nisab threshold, the minimum wealth a Muslim must have before paying zakat, is calculated in gold, 85 grams, or silver, 595 grams. This connection means that gold is not only wealth, but also a spiritual scale for justice and giving. Example, if gold rises in price, zakat obligations also adjust, ensuring fairness across generations. Unlike taxes, zakat linked to gold keeps Muslims mindful that wealth must circulate, not accumulate. Gold, justice, and community. During the history, many king and civilization enhanced their power with accumulating gold. They charged gold-based taxes to invaded countries and regions. We can say gold is historical value benchmark for civilizations, for religious, and today for central banks. Some economists argue that there is only one currency on the world, this is gold. Beyond economics, gold in Islam is tied to justice and balance. By linking zakat and wealth to gold, Islam ensures that the poor are not forgotten and that money is not just paper, but real, lasting value. Gold reminds us that wealth is a trust from God, not to hoard, but to share. Gold in modern Islamic finance. Today, gold is not only jewelry or savings. It has entered the modern Islamic financial system. Examples include gold-backed sukuk issued by Islamic banks, Shariah-compliant gold ETFs, which allow Muslims to invest without engaging in speculation, gold-based savings accounts, especially popular in Malaysia and the Gulf region. Many Islamic scholars argue that reviving the role of gold is essential to build a more stable, ethical financial system that resists manipulation. When we talk about wealth, gold is not the only asset humans have used. Silver, for example, has always walked side by side with gold. In Islamic history, the dirham was as essential as the dinar. Silver has value, but unlike gold, it is more abundant and volatile in price. This volatility made gold the ultimate reference point for centuries, while silver remained secondary. Oil is another powerful example. It fuels modern economies, drives industries, and shapes geopolitics. Some even call it black gold. But oil has 2 weaknesses. It depends on technology for extraction, and it loses relevance when cleaner energy alternatives rise. In contrast, gold does not lose its shine. It requires no burning, no refining, no substitution. Its value stands independent of technology. What about the so-called digital gold, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin? Crypto certainly shares some similarities with gold: scarcity, decentralization, and difficulty to counterfeit. But crypto has no physical reality, and its price swings are far more violent than gold's. A coin worth $60,000 one year may crash to half the next. Gold, by comparison, moves slowly, consistently, and has thousands of years of credibility. Real estate is also considered a safe haven. Land and property create lasting wealth. But real estate can be destroyed in wars, natural disasters, or by political changes such as land nationalization. Gold, being small, portable, and durable, has helped refugees, merchants, and travelers preserve wealth across borders and centuries. Even modern financial innovations, from bonds to fintech tokens, cannot rival gold's universal acceptance. A digital app may collapse, a bank may default, but gold remains liquid in almost every country in the world. And this is the essence. While other assets rise and fall with time, technology, or politics, gold keeps its throne. It is rare, portable, indestructible, and universally trusted. From the palaces of the Abbasid caliphs to the vaults of modern central banks, gold's role as a timeless store of value has never been truly challenged. Gold and trust beyond borders. One of the reasons gold has ruled for centuries is trust. Unlike paper money, which depends on governments, or crypto, which depends on technology, gold depends on no one. A merchant in Cairo 1,000 years ago could trade with a merchant in China using gold, and both would accept its value without question. Even today, if banks fail or currencies collapse, people turn back to gold as the ultimate safe haven. It carries no passport, no expiry date, and no digital password. Gold is simply universal. That's why, in the world of Islamic finance, gold is not just an asset. It is a bridge of trust across cultures, markets, and even generations. The debate, digital gold versus real gold. With the rise of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, many people call them digital gold. The question is, can digital coins replace real gold in Islamic finance? Supporters argue that crypto is scarce and borderless, like gold. Critics say it lacks tangible value, making it speculative and risky. Scholars remain divided. But what is clear is that gold has an undeniable legitimacy in Sharia, while digital assets are still under review. This opens a fascinating discussion. Is the future of Islamic finance physical, digital, or a hybrid of both? So, is gold truly the money of God? For centuries, Muslims have trusted it as a fair and stable measure of value, a way to calculate zakat, and a shield against the corruption of paper money. Yet, as digital gold rises, the debate continues. What do you think? Should Islamic finance return to gold or embrace new technologies like crypto? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into Islamic finance.